Hello and welcome to Roar the Blueprint. I am Marilise de Basson, the founder of Roar Coaching and Consulting and the author of Roar, How to Tame the Bully Inside and Out. In this short 5-part video series, I'm going to introduce you to my Roar Blueprint. It's how I strive to live my best life every day, on purpose, in my power, and with the courage to speak my truth. At Roar, we are passionate about people living successful, fulfilled, and healthy lives. It's about making your whole life work. So here is how it's going to work. In this video, I'm going to tell you my story of how I found my roar. And in the remaining 4 videos, we will then step through each of the 4 elements of the Roar blueprint. Let me show you. Here you can see the full blueprint. So in the remaining 4 videos, we will step through each of the 4 elements of the blueprint. First element is authentic purpose. So how to ignite your authentic purpose. The second element is your inner game, winning your inner game, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your feelings. Then we are going to look at winning your outer game. So your words and your actions, what you say and what you do. And then finally, we are going to look at roar. This is really where it all comes together. And roar is also a 4-step process for having difficult conversations. Conversations with yourself and with others. Roar stands for recognize, observe, assert, and redirect. But more about this later. Here is my story. I'd like to invite you into the boardroom with me. Take a seat and meet my team. We are just waiting for the managing director to arrive. Oh, there he is. He walks in, he takes a seat and casually announces, Marilise is going to work on this project full-time until it is delivered. I will be stepping in to manage the portfolio temporarily, so you will all be reporting to me. At this point, I'm feeling pretty defeated, but I tell myself, it's okay. Things will be back to normal soon. Then he drops the bombshell. And I'm happy to announce the imminent arrival of a new director. I'll be making a formal announcement in the coming days. It literally feels like being punched in the stomach. What's happening with Marilise's role? A team member asks. That role no longer exists, he casually replies. Another punch. By now, I'm in complete survival mode. I swallow back my tears. I can feel another anxiety attack coming. Breathe, Marilise. Breathe. Paralyzed with shame, I sit there, frozen. I barely make it to the bathroom afterwards, where I cry my eyes out. Then I look up and I see myself in the mirror, really see me for the first time in months. And I hear a voice inside me say, enough is enough. I quit the next day. Why didn't I say anything in that meeting? Where was my roar? I blamed myself. I felt like a failure. I tried so hard to prove myself, to fix a problem that wasn't fixable. And the harder he pushed me, the harder I pushed myself. I tried so hard to please him and everybody else, everybody except me. I was exhausted. My resilience was hanging by a thread. Have you ever felt like this? In the process of being bullied, I started bullying myself. My anxiety attacks was my body begging me to stop. Why didn't I listen? This was not just foolish stubbornness. My so-called resilience had a very dark side. I didn't realize how something that happened to me when I was a young girl, I thought I was over it, would happen to me again as a woman in the workplace. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon in Bredasdorp, my hometown, near the most southern tip of Africa. I was playing outside when it suddenly hit me. When for the first time I understood what happened to me. Almost immediately, I hear a voice inside me say, "Go to his house now." I dropped everything and I ran to his house as fast as I could. I was relieved to find him and my 8-year-old little sister in the kitchen making cakes. I joined in. After what felt like ages, I finally scraped the courage together to say, "We are going home now." He begged me to allow my little sister to stay just a little bit longer. I stood up, looked him straight in the eye, and said a firm no. We are going home now. My very first roar. That evening, I faced the impossible task of telling my parents about the sexual abuse that my sister and I suffered at the hands of a man. My parents trusted him. It broke their hearts. I felt ashamed. The news spread like a wildfire in our little town, and before long, everyone knew. My traumatized 12-year-old brain was struggling to make sense of it all. I started exercising obsessively, restricting my food, unable to bear the weight of my guilt and shame. And before long, I had a full-blown eating disorder. This spiral of self-destruction continued for another 15 years and eventually landed me in rehab. It was in rehab where I became aware of my inner bully, that part of my brain that was filling me with self-hatred and telling me that I was not enough, not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not fill in the blank enough. Little did I know at the time that it would take another 15 years and a work bully to silence my inner bully once and for all. And this is how I found my roar. In the next video, we are going to look at authentic purpose, how to ignite your authentic purpose. And it will become clearer to you how my life experience, my experience with different forms of abuse throughout my lifetime have influenced the work that I do today. See you in the next video.